Hey guys, it's me Mobius, Monarch, and here I am going to be doing my Infinitrack Earth Machine Dozer Control deck profile. This is a pretty good deck in my opinion. Unfortunately it's Rogue tier, although I think it's one of the highest form of Rogue tier. It's got high survivability. It's got one card combo which is very consistent. You've got 12 starter cards in your deck, and everything else that you see is basically extender. If you have a way to summon monsters, that just means another body on board, another Xyz monster to use, and it could be another interruption against your opponent. You can, even when you draw a brick, like Ancient Gearbox, you can easily recycle it using different combos. You could play around Raw and Lockbird. I don't know how to do those though. If I did, I would happily show them. But I'm going to be doing this deck profile, show you the cards I choose to play, and I will also be showing you the basic combo with and without level 10. So stay tuned for that. So I will begin with all the starter cards. Triple Harvester. Rotor, level modulation, pretty nice card to see. You always want to see this on the other cards. Allows you to search straight into your Dozer. Triple Metal Cruncher, normal summon. Also the same. Allows you to search any Earth machine as long as you got 3 of it. Got Heavy Forwards. These are Harvester, but as a spell. Market Redeployment allows you to discard a card, or discard a monster, search any 2 Machina monsters, or discard a Machina card, search 2 Machina cards. Allows you getting your Metal Cruncher, and also searches your Citadel, your Fortress, and your Overdrive cards, which are very nice to see. And then all these cards are made so you can end up searching Dozer. Dozer is the namesake of the deck. Allows you to summon a level 5 or low Infinitrack from your deck. Normally it's going to be Trencher, unless you draw a box where it will be Tunneler, so you can eventually shuffle it back to the deck. But very nice card. Locks you in Earth Machines, which are the only crux of the deck, so you can't go into things like your Zeus very easily, unless you've pre-established a board, or if you draw a trained Harvester, you can modulate into 12 hard summon Zeus, which is a funny thing you can do in this deck. Rundable Trencher. Monster Reborn for an Infinitrack, but banishing itself, you get this off your Dozer. That's basically all that needs to be said. I run 2 Derek Crane. I also run 2 Speedy Bullet. People run one of these, but I personally like running 2. They're a special summon. You normally search them, but since if I already draw these, you can either search for another, in order to get more value out of your combo, or you can sit with these and you can make a Dora. Literally just summon these 2. You can make a Dora. It's pretty nice to see, especially if you open one of your 12 star cards. You're guaranteed to see one in hand most of the time, unless you're me and you draw multiple Ghost Spell, because apparently this game absolutely hates me. So I run 1 Fortress and 1 Citadel. Fortress is an option. Something I opt to go for. It allows you to get cards in graveyard, so you can discard box, so you can shuffle back with Tunneler, or you can get stuff like your Citadel in graveyard, so you can proc its effect during your opponent's turn, and you can also Machina Overdrive into it, which is very nice to see. 1 Tunneler, 1 Anchor Drill. Tunneler, you need it for your combo. Salamander Great Mole, shuffle 5 back into the deck, draw 2. It's very nice to see. Anchor Drill, Brass Bombard. It's just an extender, really. You can summon extra materials from your hand, so you can just extend further. It's nice to see. Box, a Searcher. Ancient Gearbox, the only thing you've ever seen it in is searching your Earth machines. Even search stuff like desk bots, if you run desk bots. You could potentially run desk bots in this. You could run 3 and 1, go into Halt combos, but that's boring, and we like to break boards, not build them, necessarily. I run Double Ash. If it's a hard once per turn hand trap, I run 2 of it, and Ash is a good card. Same with Bell. Bell, my favourite hand trap in the entire game. But I draw too many. This would be at 3 if she was a soft once per turn, but Konami knows that we're aware that these should be hard ones per turn, and not make it insane. Yeah. Away from that, we go into the actual spells. I run double Urgent Schedule. Urgent Schedule is a nice starter card. Again, if your opponent already has a board established, or if it ends up being a case that you get Nibiru and your opponent has a Phantasme and a Nibiru, you can actually use this as a nice card to go into your combo. Usually get yourself Anchor Drill, Tunneler, something like that. Usually a 4 or 5. You could get a 10, but you kind of want to sit on 4 and 5s, so you can use your normal summons to go into your Link monsters. Just like that. Double Iron Draw is something I've personally been wanting to play around with. Normally, if you do your full combo, you'd end up... My full combo would be Anchor Drill Dora, so this would draw me 2 cards, in addition to the 2 cards given to me by Tunneler. So it's just something I'm wanting to play with. Caught by the Grave. Caught by the Grave. This deck doesn't like Ash. You don't run Cross Out, because Cross Out means that you have hand traps, and hand traps most of the time are bricks. But yeah, onto the traps as well. Triple Machina Overdrive. You pop a Machina you control, special summon another Machina from deck. So you can pop... or is it a machine? Oh, it's just a machine. So you can so if you summon using Anger Knuckle, you can use Anger Knuckle. You can use this to target the monster summoned, normally Speedy Bullet. You can summon your Machina Citadel from deck, and then you get pop. And I also choose to run 2 EMR. EMR is basically your another copy of Citadel. Tribute a machine monster, and for every 1,000 attack it has, pop a card. So if your Dora is about to die, maybe you could EMR and pop 3 cards. It's pretty nice. Now on to the extra. Triple Goliath. You go into 2 of these every combo, sometimes 3. You go through all 3 in a combo. So that's really it. Allows yourself to attach it to another Xyz monster material when it goes to graveyard once per turn, and can't be shot by card effects. Very nice to slap on a Zeus. Not really much more to be said. Slap onto a Dora, so you can save your unaffected effect for something that could be like a Dynamicious or I don't know, Sky Cavalry Centauria. There you are. For my Link 2s, I run Cleaver Genius, Ballista, and Anger Knuckle. These 2, part of your combo. This very good card. This searches your box, which searches basically your SC deck. This is basically here for Urgent Schedule, and also it's alright to see. You can negate stuff by negating its own effect. It's alright. I would swap out, but it is a nice fallback if you have these. Get stuff in grave, and you like seeing stuff in grave. Onto the Xyz monsters. You run 1 River Stormer. River Stormer is a rotor. You go through it every combo. There's not really much more to be said. I also run, and these are more take your choice. Run whatever you want. I run 1 Big Eye. Harvester and any level 5 gets you a Big Eye if you haven't went through Dozer yet. A Big Eye is just an interesting card to pull. Nobody expects Big Eyes nowadays because nobody plays Dark Magician. I run 1 Photon Lord, 1 Ding at rank 8s. If you end up with a hand that is just Anchor Drill and Box, you can end up in these and you can survive. Negate, stop stuff from being destroyed. It's just nice to see. I run 1 Earth Slicer. Earth Slicer pops. It pops stuff rank 9, so you can have. It's very easy to have different leveled stuff in your extra deck because Harvester and Anchor Drill both modulate levels, so it's very easy to get different stuff. You can run rank 7s. You can run rank 6s if you want, but that is more unlikely to happen than getting your rank 8s. Just be aware. But you can run stuff like Mountain Smasher if you want, which is another Infinitrack, but it's terrible. It just gains 1,000 attack. But you can realistically do whatever choice you want. We run the Train package. Dora, it's a very nice card. Rank 10 makes things unaffected. It's very survivable. This is for the burn. If you're in time, then you win in time. And then Liber is for the OTK on the following turn, and then you follow up all with a Zeus, because Zeus is amazing. You don't run 2 Zeus, although you could. Personally, in this deck, I didn't run a Dingiasu before I got Dingiasu. If you wanted my personal opinion, take out a Fulton Lord, putting it on Jablethnia. I originally did, before I put that in my Virtual Wall deck, and I just forgot to put it back to this deck profile, but I think this can work. Well, this could be a second Zeus if you really want to have a second Zeus, but I personally wouldn't recommend it. And then, once I sort everything out, we can move on to the combo. Okay, so the main combo would be, you can begin with any of your star cards. I personally won't put Machina Redeployment, just to exhibit that it can be a 1-card combo with these. But if you draw either of your level 10s, you do search one of your level 10s in your combo, so you can get it all to work. So I'll just show it with the level 10, and I'll just use Machina Metal Cruncher and Derek Rain for this example. So you'll have 3 of the cards in hand, obviously, but almost a Machina Metal Cruncher. Oh, I should probably do it like this. And then you reveal 3 Earth Machines in your deck. So you reveal 3 Dozer. Your opponent will randomly pick one to add to your hand. So you add your Dozer. And then these get shuffled back into your deck. Now what you do is you use the effect of Dozer. Tribute your Metal Cruncher. I'll put the graveyards somewhere. Use Dozer effect, and then you will special summon your Trencher. You then overlay into your River Stormer. I'm just going to switch these just for consistency's sake. And then you use River Storm's effect, detaching your Trencher. And then you search yourself your other level 10, which would be Speedy Bullet in most cases, just because Speedy Bullet's a non-conditional special summon, basically. Then you Link Summon, and then you special summon your Goliath. Then you use River Storm's effect, tributing the Goliath, special summoning itself. Then you Link Summon again, special summoning your Goliath out. Then what you do is you special summon your Speedy Bullet, and then what you can do is you can Link Summon into your Ancient Gear Ballista, use Ballista's effect, search your box, then use Box's effect, and you'll search for your Tunneler. So now you've already went +1, or +2 basically, if you consider the board. Now what you can do is you can activate your Trencher's effect in Graveyard. Then you can special summon your Dozer. Then what you can do is you can tribute your Dozer, special summon your little boy, and then what you can do is you can then Link Summon again to get you your 3rd copy of Goliath. And now what you can do is you can Link Summon again. Now you go into your Anger Knuckle, and that's basically it for this board. But now what you can do with your cards in hand is that now since an Earth Machine has been summoned, you can also summon Derek Rain, and then you can use his effect, discard your box, and then you can special summon your Bullet. And now what you can do is that you can overlay, you can put these into whatever zone you want, basically, and then you Xyz summon your Super Dora. And then this is realistically what you can sit on, and if you are, and I recommend you detach for your Super Dora's effect, And now what you can do, since you've got all that, you can banish your tunneler, target all of your extra deck monsters in the graveyard. Nope. You put them all back, and then you draw 2 cards. Do bear in mind, since you do still have 3 cards in hand. So you end on this board, and then you also have 5 cards in hand. So these could be hand traps, these could be traps. I don't even know what's here personally. A bunch of start cards, but it all still works the same. And this can work during your opponent's turn. You will use Anger Knuckle, discarding a monster, especially some new speedy bullet back. Yeah, you can use Super Dora for a pop, and then if Anger Knuckle dies, he's literally too angry to die. Discard a monster, summon him back, and then you can keep going from there. And realistically, if your Dora does survive, which in most cases is very likely unless they summon access code, you can then just hop right into Liber, and then you could attack monsters 3 times. You can use Liber to boost its attack by 6,000, well, by 2,000, make it 6, and then in most cases you are going to win. But yeah, that is basically it for the video. Your 1/2 card combo has been covered. Plenty of stars. There isn't really this deck. It does have some flex spots, but personally, I wouldn't change this unless some really new support comes out. I have got the consideration to run the scrap engine, since Golem is a level 5, though he isn't a machine. For some reason, the fridge is a rock, which I think would actually make this deck really good if Scrap Golem was a level 5. Was a level 5 machine, then that would make this deck pretty good. You can mill a bunch of stuff, and you can go to other combos. But yeah, that's about it. Yeah, there you are, and there you have it. Earth Machine and your combo. Have a nice night, and goodbye.